Greetings, mortals, and welcome back to Blackshire.
Oh, shit! I can use it on the Scholar's Cap! Live forever and ever, you just gave me the best idea that anyone has ever had. And I didn't think about that. I don't know why it didn't occur to me that I could copy an artifact. I haven't used the mirror yet. Ooh, baby. Well, let's see here. How confident do I feel about this option? Ooh, it feels like a good option. Look, sometimes you call things to my attention, and it's very dangerous. Because that sounds fun. Okay, if I have 2 Scholar's Caps, the second one would probably go on Ash. What did you buzz me for? It was texting me at the exact moment that I'm going live. Sounds fine. Okay, look, we could do that. How important are our helmets anyway? 72 speed, 74 accuracy. Not that important, right? Alright, sorry, I'm not imagining. I got so distracted by such an excellent idea. Okay, so, it's possible that people will scream at me for this, but I think I am actually going to just do it off the bat. We found exactly one of those items. Just think, if we find 4 of them, well, if we find 3 of those total, we could have a Scholar's Cap on every person who can equip a hat. Hey? That seems reasonable. Rather than pre-Haven, let's do pre-Scholar, because just in case. It's fine. It's not going to be a problem. It's not going to be a problem at all. I'm sure I'm sure no one will be enraged by this. All right, where's that mirror? What just happened? That's weird. Let's see. Crafting cube. I vaguely remember what it looks like. I thought it was in one of the inventories that was not very full. God, this is such a great idea. See, this is why you always need to have chat, right? Because they just make the game better. But both by virtue of just their presence, just knowing that there's an audience there, you're more likely to do silly stuff that you would normally do more like procedurally and boringly. What is happening? Why can't I access my first inventory? Okay, I can now. Huh. It's very weird. Sometimes when I'm opening this inventory, when I'm like switching the tabs, it like cancels out of the inventory menu, but it's not actually canceling out of the inventory. It is like the game is fighting me. It's like, no, you don't want to do this. Don't do it. Where the hell are you? I know what you look like. You're some weird gem thing that's big and takes up 2 slots instead of 1. Why can't I find you? Because I definitely have it, right? I feel like it should be obvious because it's like a model that I'm not even like familiar with. Like, I don't know where it's from. So I would think it would stand out just by virtue of how different it looks. Where are you? gotta be in one of these busy inventories. I thought it was in your inventory somewhere. Yep, trying to switch to Korgrick's inventory caused the confusion. There it is. Found it. Okay. And it's even in the correct inventory. Oh? Oh, it doesn't have a base enchant. Oh, no. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, no. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and just type something into the balance discussion for Ma. Let's see. Okay, so I have made my very serious complaint in the balance thing. Okay, we have patched, so we should be able to actually hit these things without immediately falling out of the sky. That should be a pretty significant efficiency increase as we're clearing out the top here. You said torchlight, and I didn't cast it. I saw it, I noted it, and I went, yes, I have done that thing, because I have seen it and noted it. Wow, look at this. I'm not holding forward at all. I'm not, like, having to bury myself into it. Okay, we have the Leecher there, which is strong enough that I'm going to struggle to kill it solo. Well, I might not struggle that badly, actually, because I am stronger now. Okay. How much regen do we have right now? We have 640 HP regen on Korgrick. And we can just save under normal test. It turns out we're not going to be able to copy the Scholar's Cap. The really funny thing is that, you know, it's like kind of like objectively a good thing for me that you can't do that. And there is the possibility that the developer sees what I posted and goes, okay, you want more problems in your life? I can give you more problems in your life. And makes it possible to do. You know? I did put the cap back on, yeah. We all set. You know. Alright, now, wait, this is perfect. It just buried itself in the wall. Okay, it can't hit us with its normal attacks, which means we only have to deal with the leech, so we're probably fine. Not guaranteed to be fine. Well, no, we're actually guaranteed to be fine, because it looks like Korgrick is not losing HP at all. So we're chill. Okay, we're going to be able to kill this leecher, and life is good. Yeah, we have 3 party members who the leech effect doesn't damage enough to cause a serious problem for. Yeah, I really want to pump up Korgrick's damage, but we'll see. God, I'm so happy. Thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. Because it's like it's the obvious thing to do, right? The obvious thing to do is to copy the Scholar's Cap. And let's see here. Yeah, the legendary axe that I have, the legendary two-hander that I have 3 slots for that gives immunity to all status effects and is just god tier generally. That's not the obvious choice. The obvious choice is the Scholar's Cat. And sometimes the obvious choice is the best choice, and this is one of those cases, to be sure. Alright, so we've got some dragons down there. Let's see how tough they are. God, I haven't even turned my thing in. Let's see here. You have 100,000 HP. You're level 123 on the weakest variant. We're going to go over to here. Do we want to fight you over here, maybe? How do we want to fight you? How about you? You're the second tier. 350. That is 350, right? Yeah, this is probably fine, actually. Yeah, these won't be that crazy. This is second tier, and we're getting hit by multiple targets right now. It does have a lot of HP to burn through, so we're gonna have to like split things up a bit. But okay, we need you. Ooh, we can't get you to a good position, can we? That's done. We have this one approaching. These things have such dinosaur energy. Preservation 11 hours, haste 21 hours. Right, because I just trained, right? So I should have tons of resources available. Life is good. Life is good. Do we want to clear out this side first? Or do we want to go... Because I named the thing after werewolves. I should probably do the werewolves. You know, it just occurred to me that the word Worens exists. I had a really easy alliterative title that I could have used. I probably used it before. Interesting. Let's dive pretty deeply into that wall there, friend. Okay. I'm going to try to be a little careful with my positioning. Oh, that thing's paralyzed? Nice. Okay, we're going to dive this one because if it's paralyzed, we want to burn as much HP out of it as possible. Okay, got that one down. And we have a lightning lizard. Oh wait, is this the second tier? This is the second tier. Oh shit, those were third tier that I was beating on. Okay. Yeah, this won't be any problem at all. Yeah, this is fine. Weirdly, I think that the elementals might be a bigger threat right now. Whew. So we're gonna clear these. We have some nice chests to pick up over there. We're probably not going to get any gear that's too crazy out of this. These aren't that high level, I don't think. But we might end up getting some really wild stuff. But there's so few of them that I think we're most likely not going to get anything too crazy from them. Let's see, we've got a boss over here, though. That's a Thorns. How much HP do you have? You have 2 million? You have 2 million HP. So these are a little bit weaker than the Medusas were. That's good to know. This is a couple Twisters. This this is a bad idea. We're doing it anyway for a second. Oh, right, I can actually go up and down to dodge the attacks. I forgot about that. Whoop, nope. I went too high up. Alright, we're gonna go back to you. Because these are further removed from the big packs. Yeah, and it's not that it's not that common that you get anything too crazy here in vanilla, but it is like I think that the top tier lizards drop really good stuff. I think it's kind of like hydras, where anything other than the top tier kind of just drops garbage, right? I think it's like tier 3, tier 4, and tier 5 loot. As you ascend the ranks of them, which is, I think, also the way that hydras work. So it's like, you know, if you're fighting them, you're really only getting anything too crazy out of the top tier, and there aren't that many top tiers here that you actually like expect anything too crazy. But I also come to Blackshire like really late. I think in my runs. So you know, I have a lot of this stuff in my head, and some of it I have in my head correctly, and some of it I have in my head incorrectly. And the world may never know which one's which, because we don't have anybody to verify the bullshit coming out of my mouth. Oh shit! Well, we're gonna move. Hey buddies. Do we wanna oh, there's a boss. What are you? Oh shit, we have a swapper on us? Okay. In vanilla, they don't have range attacks, but they do have range attacks. Range attacks, I think, have been added to every exterior enemy after a certain point that doesn't have them. I think it might be, like, level-based. Oh god. Hey, buddy. Alright. So, this can't hit me right now, so I'm gonna hit somebody else. Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. Okay, we're just gonna stand on the top here and fight everything from here. And we get swapped over there, that's fine. Whoop, hello. I can swap it in midair and have a midair battle with it. Let's do it. I'm gonna look. See, this is the cool shit. Okay, swap me. Swap me. I want you to swap me so that I can like. There we go. Oh wait. Oh, it doesn't. When you swap, it doesn't take your z-axis information. That's interesting. So, like, if I'm swapped while I'm flying, I think I'm still in the air. No, that time I wasn't swapped in the air. Interesting. This is very fun. I love swappers. It occurs to me that I'm in a lot of danger here, because if my person who's maintaining fly gets knocked unconscious, I'm in deep shit. Because I can't just withdraw. Alright, let's hide here. Let us slow them down for a little bit, which is plenty for us to get our job done. We got another hourglass. I can hit the swapper from here, but I'm not going to. We're gonna actually fight it properly. It looks like the werewolves are probably not going to be that big of an issue. I thought they would be a bigger issue than this. Like, for my party, I thought that I was not really strong enough to stand up to them in a fight, but I was able to, you know, fight with a one of the boss, like a boss werewolf, without really needing to do that heavy healing with it and multiple weak ones hitting me. So this wolf dungeon might actually be like fairly okay. I might be able to handle it without too much difficulty, actually. So I also have the immunity from unconsciousness. If I didn't have that, then this would be like a big problem. That would be a problem. But yeah, the greater werewolves are only level 123. So they're not that crazy. But yeah, I think I would like... I think that if I do this again, I think I am going to do some shenanigans with basically trying to take an optimized route that gives me the maximum amount of experience by basically just maxing out the bolster. And I think that'll be fun to do. Because, like, I don't know, I think it would be interesting. I'd need to optimize my party a bit better than I have it right now, probably. Because I don't think my party's that well optimized. But we'll have to see. I don't know how crazy the bolster can get. Like, does the bolster just keep scaling indefinitely? I would presume that it probably does, right? Yeah, Astro Kitty. People were just talking about you. I was spouting some nonsense off the top of my head, and people were like, where's Astro Kitty to correct this asshole when he starts talking nonsense? They might have said it slightly more politely than that. They might have said it slightly more politely than that. Right, that's true. My troll is learning how to answer Bilbo's riddles, but the rest of the party, the rest of the party doesn't have a scholar's cap, right? Like, so since the rest of the party doesn't have a scholar's cap equipped, I feel like that's a huge issue, right? Yeah, I was basically saying that I think that, like, the lizards are, like, tier 3, tier 4, then tier 5 or something like that. It might be 2 through 4. So it's, like, one of those creature types where, like, hydras, they kind of just give garbage loot unless they're the maximum tier, right? So, like, you can get some really crazy shit here in Blackshire on vanilla, but you're not super likely to, because you're only going to get it out of the... I mean, obviously there's the chest as well, but you're not going to get it out of, like, most of the lizards that are in the zone. It's just the high tier ones. Hey, Rotaset, how's it going? You made it just in time to start beating up lizards in earnest. Well, shit. Well, I'm wrong then. If the tier 2s also drop tier 5 here, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty good. sometimes in life, you just say things and they're wrong. Low tier Hydras do give garbage, though, right? Unless that's only Might and Magic 7. Or I'm just wrong, which is also possible. Oops. I guess they just wanted the dinosaurs to give good gear, because they're dinosaurs. Ooh, speaking of dinosaurs, I started a playthrough last weekend. A friend of mine was at my house and started a playthrough of Parasite Eve. There we go. There's the 3, 4, 5 I was looking for. I wasn't talking completely out of my ass, just mostly out of my ass.
That's no room.
Ooh, interesting.
No room.
What is your necklace?
No room. Yes.
Ooh. 33 to all 7 statistics is on its own such a powerful effect that... let's see, this is...
I have too much room.
Okay, so we've gotten some good gear already. Boosting all those stats up. Let's see. Yeah, so basically the top tier Hydras are guaranteed to give you like some really good stuff. And the like mid-tier Hydras are guaranteed to give you the kind of stuff you'd get off of the weakest lizards. But then, like, I think that, like, the top-tier goblins and stuff like that can drop tier 2. Right? Like, very early game stuff can drop tier 2. I think tier 3 starts to drop off of high-end things pretty early as well. So... Oh, time to start stream. Oh! Are you just trapped in the wall here? Well, this is going to end badly for me when I inevitably drift down toward it, but that's fine. Should I dive them? There's 2 pullers. If I dive them, I can't run away. Give me a second. Give me a second. I didn't save. Oh, I released one. Oh, perfect. I released you. Right, we can just take out this one. Let's see. All 3 gone. What is that? 1/2 are no drop? I don't. I actually can't. Oh, Jesus, there's more than... There's more there than I thought. Oh, shit. Oh, hey. Alright, let's do it. This is fine. Look, it's not like things are going to go badly the second that... Oh. This is fine. Ah, okay. Really? Is that just in, Is that in Might and Magic 6 only? I've got to check the Might and Magic 7 goblins. Magic 7 goblins. I guess I should just see. Ugh, wikis. There we go. RPG Classics. Let's go. Da-da-da. Where are you? Doing a Control F for Goblin does not actually work on this, which is kind of funny. Wait, you don't... This is not... Where's my old website? Oh no. Is the old like ancient website gone? I don't see it anymore. I don't see it anymore. Oh no. That's so sad. Okay. Wait. Look, this is fine. This is fine. This is definitely not derailing the entire stream on a whim. We're fine. Everything's fine. Okay, we're going to the wiki, which has historically been terrible, but do you have the information I'm looking for? Nope. I'm wrong. In 7, it has the same chance to drop a level 1 item. According to the wiki that I don't trust, but I mostly don't trust them to put information in there. I don't necessarily think that they're going to put incorrect information in there. So I might just have to accept that I'm wrong about the goblins. It's early in the game, though, with pretty weak enemies. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Hitting the ground with fly actually put a stop to the... Whoa. Oh, do I have the other puller on me? I do. I surely do. Okay, we're gonna die here. Okay, I can't take 2 pullers. Certainly not 2 pullers plus a billion other things, which is what we were dealing with there, but give me a second. I'm just gonna say... Whoa! I'm gonna stand in the wrong spot. We're gonna clear the ads. Oh, they're gonna rotate out. That's fine. That's fine. Interesting. Yeah, I can basically disrupt the momentum of the pole with fly because the way that fly works, it resets your speed to 0. No, fly is working, but basically the way that pole works, I can... Oh, uh-oh. Well, I'm dead. Maybe not. Alright, let's pull the pullers. Yeah, with the way that fly works, if you adjust your height, you also cancel the velocity change that they are giving to you. So basically, like, the jump adjacent effect that pulls you that you can't, like, change your momentum out of is disrupted by changing your where you are in the air. And I need to get out of here if I can, because this thing's actually hitting like a truck. So that other one... Oh, it's going down because I'm because my person is going unconscious. Every time Cortal goes unconscious, the fly goes away. But that's expected behavior. Ooh, we have a trident.
It might be useful.
HB, int, and spell effects. Not what we're looking for, sadly. Okay, we have an Angelic Helm of the Gods.
That's no
Need to put Lord Kilburn's shield somewhere. Substantial durability increase. Substantial power level. Yeah, it's got personality and fire resist. We don't need it. Let's see. Oh yeah, and for those who don't already know, speaking of Words of Chaos, the demo for that is out now, I believe, on Steam. Is that correct? So the demo that I played the other day, people can, well, it's not the same build, but people can play through that demo now. Let's see here. Whoop. It's all public. People can see it. People can play it. It's going to be great. Whoop. And we have a sword here, which... Oh, we also have Atlas. Plus 220 might and minus 73 speed. Oh.
Ooh.
That... this is the legendary, though. Do I have... Wait, do I... Look, I have 2 of these, right? I have one on you as well, I think. Which one is it on you? Like, which slot is it? Because I could swap the thing that I have on you.
Useless.
Because I do have it on you, I think.
My pack's full.
We're going to do it. We're going to swap
Won't fit.
their gauntlets so that I can... Because I want to keep this on for now. And we're gonna
I can't
put
carry anymore.
this on. Wait, this is a cloak. What am I thinking? Why did I think that was
My
going to change
pack's
anything?
full.
Won't fit.
You know what? Fine. We're gonna equip this on you.
I
We're gonna
can't
swap
carry
this back to
anymore.
you. That's fine. Look, I make sense. Wait, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want the lowered speed on the person who doesn't have the thing. So yes, we are actually going to do this. This is going to be a thing. We don't need Pendragon. Swap the cloaks. There we go. So a speed reduction is less impactful on Severia because of the fact that the speed reduces your recovery time. And recovery time is definitely relevant for Severia, but there's a slight optimization there where if Severia kills an enemy, there is a... we basically reset our recovery. So recovery time isn't always relevant for Severia, but it's always relevant for pretty much everybody else. So... The item's special effects scales with stats. Do I have one of those? That doesn't sound familiar to me. Oh shit. What am I doing? The answer is dying slowly. The answer to your question, Monsieur Tolle, is that you are dying. Right. Let's see. Item special. Oh shit. I'll take a look. So presumably I have it equipped. I'm gonna die here. Oh shit. Yeah, that would require that I have like a lot of elemental damage as well, though. So it would need to be yes. So that would need to be on you. But even then, I guess we got a lot of might. We could. Ooh, actually, this is interesting. Should I try this? Let's take a look. I want to see if this. Okay, this is pretty much just a flat reduction.
No
So I'm not going to worry about that for right now, because this is a very good item on its own. Let's see. But yeah, I'm very preferential to of Darkness as an enchant because you know, using my regeneration, both vampiric and otherwise, as my primary healing method, it's very, very valuable for me to have of Darkness on as many targets as possible. Shit. Oh, fuck. You pulled us out of the sky. And teleport back over here at some point. There we go. No, we need to get out. Oh, shit. Okay, well, you know, I underestimated my foes. I could have cast Fly there, but I didn't. Alright. Alright, we are going to have to be more careful with this pull. Is this 4 of the top tier? Oh. For some reason I thought this was 4 of the mid tier. No wonder I'm getting my ass kicked. Alright. Whew. So where is that legendary? I presumably would have it on you, since you're the only person who has a meaningful amount of damage coming out from that, right? Interesting. You have no thingers. Do I just not even have it equipped? That'd be kind of funny. I do fire damage on you, so there is that. Any recollection of what type of item it was?
Now here's something.
Let's see.
It's worthless. We could sell it.
It's very funny to think I might have a legendary just sitting in my inventory lost. Alright. Hey, Malekith. How's it going? Not too much. When I first started stream, Live Forever Never had an amazing idea for me that I could Scholar's Cap, and then I couldn't copy the Scholar's Cap, and I was very sad. I was very sad. I need to have 4 Scholar's Caps by the end of the run, but I can't. That's very sad. Yeah, we've been killing some lizards. We have been doing a mixture of struggling and not struggling. You know, it's all good. You know, that's valid. That's valid. Attempts will be made at any rate. It's a continual struggle. It's kind of funny actually, because with my streams I almost feel like, you know, there's like a good cop bad cop relationship going on with like my run, but like I'm the bad cop and chat's always trying to talk me down. Like, oh no, it's okay, you don't have to go that far. It's fine. It's like, no, it's not fine. It's not fine at all. Can you teleport out somewhere? There you go. Okay, let's take this out. It's so nice being able to do flying strats. Because it's like... For most of the game, I'm not able to do them, and then it's like, oh yeah, now you can actually like do the things that you would do with fly. Excuse you. Yeah, I'm still not sure what I want to copy. It is very tempting to like copy that two-handed axe. It's probably my best choice. The only thing that has me, you know, delaying on that is the fact that it doesn't have, like, the stat block that I would necessarily want for the character that I'd be putting it on. So... some good plate would be nice. Though I'm still just using a bunch of artifacts, because the artifact plate, not all of it, but some of the artifact plate has really, really high AC. So like Pelennor is actually like just a really good item. Huge amount of AC, endurance, hit recovery, hit point regen is like a really solid effect. So like, and then of course we have our level 22 Minotaur Plate of the Gods that we still haven't gotten rid of. But yeah, if I do find like a really good, because I was also wearing another artifact for a while. I'm not currently wearing it. Where's the other artifact I was wearing? It's the one that gives various status immunities, I think. There it is. I think it was Yoruba. Yeah, this has 128 armor and 183 endurance. So let's see. Yeah, this is plus 23% vitality at this point. So let's just equip this. Do we need this or do we need the damage? I'll stick to the damage for now. Though this isn't really optimized for damage either. I'll think about it. But yeah, I don't know how good like a maxed out like plate armor would be in terms of AC compared to the artifacts, but we haven't gotten there yet. So we'll have to see. Yeah, that base AC on the plate is really delectable. Okay, we have only one of the top tiers here, and I'm gonna just hit the lightning lizard first because it's in front. So the other one isn't gonna block my access to it. Okay, I think we're fine. We fine. Yeah, it might also make sense for me to manually itemize some plate and then copy that over to somebody. But I'm not sure yet. At some point, we're gonna have to dedicate a significant amount of time to itemization. I'm bad at doing itemization type stuff while I'm live, unfortunately. Like I really I guess it's probably an ADHD thing. I struggle to pay attention to it. I might do like I could do Can I even do that? I don't even know. Like kind of like a chill stream where I'm mostly just ignoring everybody and pretending that they're not there so that I can focus. Because I really struggle to focus on like the math when there's people around. You know, I'm fundamentally, you know, gonna struggle to focus on the math when I could be talking to people about the math, and then get distracted because I'm trying to talk to people about math instead of doing math. Mistakes were made. I forgot to recast preservation. Oops. See doopsie. I'm also doing the wrong thing. I should really just be going into the werewolf dungeon right now, rather than doing it out here. But I think let's do the exterior first. Exterior has cooler shit, so I'm going too far. I shouldn't have built this one. Okay, let's see. They're now all on this side for the most part. So if I dive these, the other one is running, so it should take a while before it aggroes on me. And once it does, it'll go to a better position where I'm now probably out of reach of the majority of the enemies that were just hitting me. And we should be able to burn this down and then come back to the fire lizard. Whew. Okay, perfect. Okay. It is also interesting how the different armors with the setup that you've got here give you, excuse me, like different like strategies, because like leather has very low base value for armor, so you don't get a lot out of just the leather on its own with high leather skill. What you get bonus out of is the higher scaling on all of your resist gear. And I believe the scaling on that is higher, right? Let's take a look. Leather's 5, and this is 3. So yeah, so basically each point of resist on a piece of gear is worth about, like, what is it, 66% more? Yeah, it's about 66% more on... I don't know why I needed to calculate that into a percentage. I could have just used a decimal. Everyone understands 2/3. Anyway, it's 2/3 more on the leather, and then the base AC from the leather isn't contributing as much. So like the relative enchantment level for your defensive gear becomes more relevant rather than the just the quality of the armor itself, which is pretty interesting because it affects all the resists that you gain from every source, I believe. Not every source, each item slot, except for weapons, I guess, and shields. Alright, we only have 3 here. I'm going to try to burn these. We've done barely any damage to this one. I should pull out. Which one is injured? Okay, that one is not in a great health. Ooh, that's concerning. The lower we get, the more likely we are to get just tagged on Quartal, and if we get tagged on Quartal, it's basically over. Because Quartal's needed to disengage. We can't disengage here on foot. They have too much range damage. So we're going to just burn down this Lightning Lizard rather than chasing down the top tier, because we're taking a bunch of damage, and this will allow us to continue life-stealing throughout, rather than having to travel. And even though we're only traveling for like a couple of seconds, it makes a big difference if we get like a particular pattern of attacks coming in. So we can clear this. I am going to just regen off of it if I can. Just got a ring.
I wish I knew.
And you can't identify it.
It's worthless.
It's not cheating if we don't acknowledge it happened. I don't feel bad. I had an identify item that I knew was right there. I'm not gonna dick around in my inventory to find the other one. Now, if it was the only one that I had, I wouldn't allow myself to do that. But because of the fact that I would have to track down my gauntlets and it would waste time, I'm perfectly happy to do that. Nobody saw any cheating. Exactly. There was no cheating that happened. Actually, I will say it's even if anyone saw any cheating, which there wasn't any, so there was nothing to see. But even if someone did see any cheating, it actually would technically not be cheating. The reason that I'm not allowed to equip bows is not because I'm not allowed to equip bows. The rule is that I'm not allowed to use any ranged attacks. And because you can't attack with basically, if you hit when you're doing melee kiting, if you hit A and the enemy isn't in melee range, like you've misjudged the timing slightly, you'll shoot an arrow out. So I have to not have a bow equipped specifically to avoid accidentally using a ranged attack. I don't actually have any rules against equipping a bow as a stat stick. It's just that from a practical perspective, it becomes disallowed by the rest of the rule set. But in fact, it would be possible, in theory, for me to get value out of certain fights where I know I'm never going to be outside of melee range by adding a stat stick from a bow after I get close into melee range. And while I'm sitting there, I just am doing that. That would be an optimization that I could do that's technically on the table, that I'm almost certainly never going to do anything like that because it's just not worth it. It's too much of a hassle to have to think about. But actually holding on to this bow just for the purpose of identifying with it might make sense, just because it's kind of a pain in the ass to find my gauntlets. They're not very big, and I have to like swap things in and out, whereas with a bow, I don't have to, swap out another item. It doesn't. In theory, it doesn't make pretty much any difference at all, actually, but it does when I'm identifying things in other inventories. Okay. Well, we've cleared through most of this. Okay. We're getting, I think, pretty close to victory here. We just have about probably half the dinosaurs in the entire zone left. And then we have a metric fuck ton of werewolves to deal with, which will be great. Let's see what level. We can't even level yet. So that's interesting and a little concerning. How many skill points will we get when we level? It would be nice to be able to level up once and just tag up regen the one time, and just so that we can reset the timer before we go into this giant dungeon that's going to take a long time to clear. That would be nice to be able to do. Am I even close to leveling? Not really. I don't think that I'm going to level. The enemies are too low level compared to me now. I need to do my maximum greed run. Because, you know, if these were level, like, 300 or whatever, then I'd be getting experience out of them still. The nice thing about doing a full bolster run is that the enemies will always retain their level relative to yours, as if you were level 1, I believe, pretty much. Like, so, like, you'll always have the same level deficit compared to the enemies. I guess your level deficit can actually increase if you haven't, like, actually spent the levels yet. But I think that would be very interesting to see. And so I do intend to do that at some point. The issue is that I just have so much cool stuff that I want to try, and I just don't have the time to do it. Because I'm going out to Japan tomorrow, and then I'd like to try the Wizardry remake at some point after I finish this run. I have the full greed version of this run that I want to try to do. What other stuff did I want to do? I think I still haven't... I've barely touched FF12 since I got home. I've played it once. I've been too busy on the weekends to actually, like, do it. Yeah, 22 hours a day streaming. Yeah. Yeah, this whole, you know, being married and having a social life thing are, you know, really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. If only, you know, I was single and, you know, living by myself. And the only socialization I got was talking to chat. Not even talking to people outside of streaming, right? Like, oh no, we can't interact anymore on any of like the server discords for like Ma or anything like that. None of that. There's only the streaming. That is how we should do it. That's the strat. So you are eligible for the next level already? When did you get ahead of everybody? You're not. You're not. You're behind everybody. Okay. Never mind. I was like, what is happening? It's like, oh wait, no, you're eligible for the level that everyone else already is. Okay. Okay. Okay, we got another twister over here. But yeah, I do think that this item copy thing is definitely going to help us a lot. We just have to figure out what to use it on. I am really tempted to use it on that axe. I am really tempted. But yeah, it's been interesting, actually. I'm actually going to leave the country again before my sleep schedule gets completely disrupted. You would almost think that I'm not an insomniac, seeing things from the last, how long have I been home? Like a month, 2 months? not very long, but it's been wild. Like being able to stream like every morning within like a 2 hour like window of start time is that's like crazy. I've never been able to do that just because my sleep schedule will inevitably get disrupted, and I just am like asleep. I think this is mostly weaker ones. There's just like the one big one, I think. Oh, wait, there's another big one over there. It's now approaching me, and I'm probably dead. Let's find out. Ooh, boy. Oof. Okay, we got to the other side, actually. We might be fine. We have time to activate fly again. And they're on the other side of that wall. Okay. So, can we get them to split a little bit? We sure can. Oh boy. Whew. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to do this from now on. Like, if going and helping my mother move has spontaneously cured my insomnia that I've had since I was a toddler, since I was an infant in the cradle. If that has spontaneously been fixed, then I am... Achievement unlocked. Help someone move. Achievement award. Immunity to insomnia. With that, like I'd feel, fairly confident and fairly comfortable being able to to get the stuff done in a slightly more timely manner. It's very funny to think of how short the time scale has actually been, because I've just been so busy and up to so much stuff that, like, it's like, it's been weeks since this thing happened. It's like, no, it's been 5 days. Actually, it's been 5 days since that thing that you think happened weeks ago, because you've just been so active that so much shit is happening. It's been really wild. I thought I was on the right one and I was on the wrong one. I'm not gonna cast fly. I should be casting fly here, but the greed paid off. And admittedly, one of the things that I have been busy with is a gacha game. And that's taken up an okay amount of my time. But I've also been dual wielding tasks with that, so I've been fairly busy just generally. So we'll see how it goes. It's this funny little game that I'm sure nobody has ever heard of called AFK Journey. I'm sure if you've ever been on YouTube, you've never seen an ad for it. Is something that I've been playing in my off time. And I generally don't talk about those kinds of games on stream because the way that I play them is very unusual. And I don't really understand the mechanism by which they utilize people's gambling addictions to get them to pay money, because I don't pay any money for these kinds of games, so I tend not to talk about it too much when I'm doing them. I made one YouTube video a billion years ago when I was doing AFK Arena, just a short video talking about a couple of things, but But yeah, I've been playing the sequel to it. I haven't played any other gacha games other than AFK Arena and AFK Journey, and I like them both. I was actually very upset when I started playing AFK Journey, and when I started playing it, I was very upset because I was like, okay, look, this is a problem. You know, I find the new mechanics kind of weird and clunky and whatever, but at the same time, I kind of have to admit that, like, they were definitely good changes, and I'm upset about it. I'm upset that they've made a bunch of really good changes that are, like, things that, like, if you had, as an example, developed a game like AFK Arena, and then you, like, got a second chance to make it, things you would optimize and switch and change the way that you handled it. So it was very sad. It was very sad. But anyway, I've been enjoying it, and I don't recommend it unless, you know, unless you really like doing Mythic Plus rushes, but you want to, like, do a race where you have 3 arms tied behind your back. Like, while 2 arms are tied behind your back, you have to somehow, like, find and steal a 3rd arm and tie that behind your back while your arms are tied behind your back, and then you can start the race. That's probably an overstatement. The whales don't have that crazy an advantage, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. No, actually no. Yes, it is that. It's that big of an advantage. They have that big of an advantage. But you know, I've been doing okay. I've been doing okay for myself. I love the rushes. I think that the thing is, for me, that, like, if all that World of Warcraft was like races to get to max level and doing, like, week 1 like mythics and stuff like that, if that's what WoW was, I would never have stopped playing it. If that was all that there was to World of Warcraft, was just that content. But that's like less than 0.1% of what you're doing when you're playing a game like that. And it's the part that I like. That's the part that I like. I like the part where you are, you know, racing. And so I thoroughly enjoyed I enjoy the element of, like, okay, a new piece of content has just released, and I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to get it done before the whales. I think I was like the top ranked on the server in AFK Arena for a specific piece of hard content that caps out eventually, where, like, you can basically do, it's similar to, like, Mythic Plus or something like that. You can get it to, like, a plus, if you get it to, like, plus 15, that's the maximum rewards you're going to get. But there's a leaderboard, and if you go further than plus 15, you can basically, like, get a higher position on the leaderboard. The thing is that it was really, really hard, and it was time-consuming to figure it out, and nobody wanted to do it. So the whales got to their plus 15, and they got there first, which meant they were at the top of the rankings, and then they just stopped. And then I did a plus 16 when I got access to it, and got to the top of the leaderboards, and then now the whales are no longer at the top of the leaderboard, so they go, wait, I need to change this. So they did, like, plus 17 and plus 18 or whatever. but then they stopped because they all know each other, and they're not really in that much of a competition with each other or whatever. I don't know. It wasn't a very competitive server overall. The whales were obviously way ahead of like other people, but they didn't seem to be fighting amongst themselves that much. So basically people stopped doing it entirely again somewhere around like plus 17 or plus 18, but the maximum is plus 20. So I never did plus 19. I just skipped plus 19 and went straight to plus 20. And after like several months, because it was so fucking hard, and it only gets marginally easier as you like level up. There were like scaling mechanisms, but they were very, very tiny for that mode. And I think I got the server first plus 20 of that, which meant that I was permanently locked in as the first number one of the server, because you can't there's no higher difficulty for it to do. So whoever got there first got it, right? So. Anyway, it's interesting stuff. I like that kind of stuff. I like that kind of racing. I like the competitive element. The thing that I find the thing that I find sad is that like how difficult it is to get that kind of like competitive stuff going without it being like aggressively monetized in a way where like I'm not paying. I haven't given a dime to any of these people. I was thinking about buying some cosmetics in AFK Arena because I was like happy enough with the game that I'm like, I'd like to give you some money, but I'm not giving you $20 for a costume for a character in a phone game. I'm not doing that. Because that's an insane thing to do. I'll give you $2. Oh, I can't give you $2 to get a skin for something? Okay, well, I guess I'm not giving you any money then. But, so yeah, the thing that's sad is that, like, even though I'm not giving them money, I know that there's, like, a lot of predatory business models involved with those kinds of things, and that they really prey on people with, gambling problems and stuff like that. The other thing is that I actually like the... there's an element to... God damn it. Why am I bad at this game? Why? I guess it's just because it takes so long to get through here. But it's fine. We were able to save. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't... Let's see. I don't have any like objection to people paying like some amount of money in these kinds of things. It just doesn't match at all with the way that I would enjoy doing things. There's not a lot of like squad based like games akin to whatchamacallit. Ogre Battle 64. I loved Ogre Battle 64. Ogre Battle 64's combat was such an interesting idea to me. The idea of creating a squad and then you're completely hands-off during the battle. They're going to do the thing that they're going to do based off of your lineup, and that's it, right? And then having the evolution of that genre be tied up in these weird, like, free-to-play, like, creature collector games is very, very strange. But I really love that genre of combat, and the nice thing about them is that you can always scale up to match the level of difficulty that you're looking for, right? So, like, and this is something that I think is, is something that I think is underestimated to a degree, of like having a game where you automatically progress over time, but you have the ability, like you automatically progress in power over time, but you have the ability to, like, for the most part, challenge things based off of what your level of comfort is with difficulty. The content's all there, right? Like, you have the ability to challenge whatever you want, whenever you want. And most people are going to challenge things, you know, at a fairly, you know, when they're, you know, a certain level of power relative to them. And other people are going to challenge them at different times. Is very cool because, like, the game that I'm playing, because I have a few other friends that are also playing at the moment, and the game that I'm playing is different than the game that they're playing because I'm trying to push as hard as possible, and like I'm within sort of spitting distance of some of the top players on the server for certain kinds of tasks, and for other tasks not at all. It's very funny checking like the level difference between me and everybody else. It's so funny because I'm so much lower level than everybody, because level is something that you can pay money to get extra levels in, but like the difficulty of the fights that I'm doing, like everybody could be challenging fights at a similar difficulty to me if they wanted to, but they don't want to. So they're like way closer to me than they would otherwise be, because they're not like, the whales are not like the whales aren't treating it like a strategy game really. Some of them are, but for the most part they're not. For the most part they're just like following whatever the meta is. And so if their meta comp doesn't work on like a given fight, they don't really have the ability to just adjust that comp on the fly to figure out what to do next. And a lot of them just don't even bother pushing, right? They're like, oh, well, if the autoplay doesn't work... It was so funny. I was watching like one of the YouTubers that makes content for this thing, and one of the they made content, and they were saying like, oh yeah, you know, when you're pushing, like, there's really not any reason to bother pushing higher in your like in your AFK stages than you get with just the autoplay. And it's like, oh my god. What are you talking about? Because basically if you go one auto with like whatever your best team is, you're gonna be like 20 stages behind where you otherwise would be. Anyways, it's very funny. I find it very interesting. It's such a like simultaneously inherently very competitive thing, but also it's not that competitive in terms of like the mindset of people. There's so many mechanics that like I would expect in a moderately competitive game that people would very clearly have spelled out and fleshed out. Like you would have like entire like web forum threads dedicated to figuring out like the nitty-gritty details of this specific piece of information that I'm looking for. And then like there's just nothing. Like people just don't talk about it at all because the majority of people who are at like actually the top end are like just spending tens of thousands of dollars a month on it. And it's like, oh, okay, so that's not so anyway, so it's like a very the actual meta for the game is very low tier, which I also kind of enjoy and appreciate. I enjoy playing a game where like it hasn't all been figured out, if that makes any sense, and where like, you know, people are probably going to figure out a lot of stuff eventually, but like the content is coming out way faster than people are figuring out the content. Like the meta is always going to be kind of garbage, and yeah, I've never actually played Genshin. So, I don't know how it is with Genshin, right? But with the AFK series, you don't have to spend money to get any particular team composition. You have to spend money to get those team compositions fast. Like, it takes a while to develop, like, a proper team composition. And it doesn't take any time at all if you just give them $10,000. So, like, there's like this fundamental disconnect between the people who are giving the money and the people who are not, in terms of what they're capable of doing, in the sense of, like, how versatile you can be and how quickly you can adapt to new content coming out. Where, like, the whales can just immediately adapt to things. I'm bringing this over to the shrine here just because it's a Thorn's enemy and it's a pain in my ass. But eventually, you'll have a very well-built team, as long as you keep playing and you keep doing the things that give you that stuff. So you have to be, like, more careful with your resources, right? You have to be much more careful with your resources when you're not giving them money to bypass the like resource management side of the game, and it just takes a long time, right? So it's a matter of, like, okay, like, this is the team that I've built so far. What can I make happen with what I've got, as opposed to, like, being able to just go, okay, well, this is the, like, best thing that I can, like, in theory make. I'm just going to use that. You just have a lot less access to things. Like, right now in the game that I'm playing, I'm just now starting, and I've been playing for like a month. It's not that long. I'm just now starting. It's been closer to a month and a half. I'm just now starting to get, like, sort of close in on a proper team for pushing. And I've been using this cobbled together series of, various supports and this, that, or the other thing, with a carry that is considered to be suboptimal and weak. But the key is, again, people are looking for the ability to just kind of, like, hit autoplay and win by hitting autoplay. So when people are looking at, like, the meta, for certain stuff, like boss fights, the meta is probably, like, relatively accurate in terms of, like, the hardest you can push. But for other stuff, it's like, hey, this team might be great for pushing the majority of fights, but you don't actually need a team like that for any of these fights. You can cobble together something for each fight that's custom built for each fight to make you win it, with substantially less investment. So, but anyway, I think that it is interesting to have, like, the way that I would describe it is that it's basically a gameplay where you're in a competition with people who are playing on a different difficulty setting, right? So, like, if you're playing as, like, a free-to-play player, you're playing on the hardest difficulty setting, and then you're ranked against people who are playing on, like, easy mode, right? Like, that's who you're being compared to. And if you care about fair competition, then that really sucks. Like, that's not a thing that probably most people would enjoy, but this may come as a surprise based off of the kind of content that I make. I love I love an unfair fight. I love playing like Smash Brothers with people and just being like, okay, well, I'm gonna lose every match because I'm playing like, I don't know, like 1v3 against my friends, and they're not people who've been playing Smash Brothers for the last, like, at this point, close to 30 years. So I'm happy to just play and just lose every battle because I'm not going to be able to beat all of them. But I don't have to. I just enjoy the actual the play. And similarly with something like this, I don't mind losing to the whales as long as I can compete with someone who I don't have to feel bad competing with. You know, I don't have to feel like bad for crushing people in the game. I play right now. I'm not playing any of them because none of my friends here are really into it. So like, I'll play Smash like very occasionally when people come over and people are amenable to the idea of playing it. But it's just not a game that anyone I know here plays much. And I used to play a lot of Melee. I played the original game. Actually, I played a lot of the original too. So I would say that I've been playing since the original, and I play every version. And until I moved out of the area where all my friends who play Smash were, I played pretty regularly. But unfortunately, that was many, many years ago, right? Like, that was so many years ago that I actually left the place that has access to people who, you know, in my friend group anyway, who actually play it. So, I've played a little bit of each version, and in Melee and the original, I played as Captain Falcon. And since then, I have switched several times. So I now will... It's hard to say. The character I'm probably... For a while I was doing Pit, and I enjoyed Pit. I was never that great with Pit. The problem was that with the later versions of the game, they had online features so I could play with like the old crowd that I used to play with, but like they never really played the new ones. I played Ganon for a long time in Melee. I never actually got good with Ganon. I think I was always better with Captain Falcon. But I did play as Ganondorf for a while in Melee. Switched to Pit, but now like I would say that the character that I'm probably best with is Ike. Because I'm fairly good at the spacing game. But I'm probably terrible now because I'm so out of practice. And the last time that I was playing was like online. And the problem with online is that like when you're just playing like random matches against people online, everyone you're playing against is so bad, right? Like nobody that you're playing against is any good. So like when I was at least in the area that I was in South Florida, I think at the time. And so when I was playing like the online stuff, like, oof, it was like, how are you going to develop as a player playing against people that are like that bad? And it was funny because I know that I wasn't that good originally, because I remember playing with a different friend group. back when I was, I don't know, probably 17 or something, but I remember playing with a different friend group and being, like, shocked at the usage of shielding, where, like, shields just weren't really a thing in the meta of the group that I played with, because it's a group of, like, 15 people, maybe, that are, you know, meaningfully contributing to the way that you're playing. And then I remember playing with, like, a different friend, like, one time, and just getting completely obliterated because, like, all these perfectly timed shots just get blocked by someone just shielding, right? It's just like, oh, tap shield on, then beat the shit out of you. And it was so interesting, and that was, like, really a very interesting thing to behold. And then I started playing online at some point many years later, and that was in Melee. And then I started playing online with someone many years later, just many years later, and I was like, oh, well, the general online meta is pretty weak. You know, it turns out South Florida maybe not the most competitive Smash Brothers thing. That's nice. I'd like to be playing with my friends, but I don't think that they would appreciate the 500 ping that would be involved on a game like Melee. You know, I feel like that might make it slightly unplayable. I've been trying to get into other, like, fighting games because my friends here, I actually have sub-friends here who are into fighting games, but they just don't play Smash Brothers. And so I've been, like, periodically thinking, you know, I should do some I should do some of that, and then it's like, no, that's not gonna work great. Okay, so are we done out here? I think we're done out here. We're gonna fall over dead when we get into the dungeon, but that's fine. How's our haste? 14 hours on haste. We have 2 hours of preservation. We can go ahead and recast that. And let's see here. We found a couple of shiny objects, but nothing too crazy out here. Do we have any... Actually, are we done with the exterior now? It kind of snuck up on me. Yeah, I haven't heard very much about it, because the people that I know who play fighting games also just don't talk about fighting games outside of their core group of people who play them. Presumably because they think that other people wouldn't be interested in hearing about it. So, so I don't hear any, like, fighting game news at all. Okay, we do still have this pack, this giant pack of twisters over here. So we can deal with those. And then, can we level once? No shot. There's absolutely no shot that we're going to be able to level once. Shit. That's fine. What time is it actually? It's 7:30. It would be nice to hit 3 a.m. out here. I don't know that I don't think that's likely, though. I don't think we're gonna hit 3 a.m. Oh shit. 3 a.m. is pretty far away. Okay, you're pretty close to ground level. I think I might be able to... Okay, well, we definitely can if we pair it. I was going to say, I think we might be able to just kill this with the 2 people that are up. Okay. Fly it up. Oh yeah, the other reason that I stopped playing was because the most recent one that I was playing for a while was on the Wii U, I think, and the Wii U was never officially released in Singapore. Like Nintendo fully dropped the ball with the Wii U release. Like I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. They did some crazy shit and completely dropped the ball with the release of that console. And like it was basically a non-starter as a console as a result. They did such a bad job with the Wii U. It was a perfectly fine system, but everything about their like the strategy of its launch, the strategy of its marketing, the strategy of everything, they completely just shat the bed with. Nobody had a Wii U. And then everybody has a Switch. So when I was playing, like whatever it was, the I don't know if it was the most recent one or not, but the whatever one was on the Wii U, there was just nobody playing online. So like I couldn't even get matches online. I should actually start playing again because I'm sure that Ultimate or whatever the Switch version is has plenty of people I can play with online. But that would again require that I have time. Which, despite the fact that it seems like I should have all the time in the world, I don't seem to have any time to do anything. I keep feeling like confused by how little time I have in the day now. But yeah, it would be fun. It would be kind of fun to like do a chill Smash Brothers stream at some point. But I don't know. The issue is that if I did something like that, I don't know how. I guess I'd have to check how compelling the matches are going to be, because and like how quick I can get them and stuff like that. But if I had less on my docket of stuff that I really want to play, it would be more of a priority to try to do something like that. But I just have so much stuff that I would want to play that, because I really want to try out that wizardry thing that came out and see what it's like. Connection to Japan's gonna be long. I'm in Southeast Asia. It's a big distance to Japan. I would guess probably 150, 200 ping, maybe. I think Japan's internet is also garbage for connecting overseas. So, like, we might have a good, like, we might have a good connection in because it's Singapore. Singapore has, like, the fastest connection to basically everywhere that is available to a country as far away as Singapore, because like every cable going through the Pacific Ocean is connecting pretty directly into Singapore, because it's just the position of Singapore is perfect for that. Now, to be clear, I don't know that that's the reason for sure, but Singapore has really solid internet connections internationally. And the one exception to that is into Europe, because Europe is... Oof. Europe has, like, no connectivity with the rest of the world, like, from an internet perspective. It's so hard for, like, someone in Europe to connect to places that are fairly close by. Like, the lag is so bad. Because, like, Europe is really not solid. Like, there's a shocking amount of inefficiency in, like, the cabling that we have. And yeah, but where's the 270 ping coming from? Like, what, you don't need to say what country, just like what region are you And I can never remember what countries people are in. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I wonder if the connectivity point is coming through the Mediterranean then. It might be. Because in Northern Europe, I think the ping's way worse than that. And that is fair. I haven't checked since COVID as well. Okay, sorry. Did I have buffs that I need to cast? Yes, we need to cast haste. Yeah. As they finally figured out that the internet might be a relevant thing to invest into. Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh shit, I'm in the green at the start. Do I have protection from magic? I do, but it isn't going to be full, so... yeah, if I can get into the green at the beginning, that means that I can always save, which means that the fact that I have to reload for deaths isn't going to be as crazy. Like, that's not as big a deal. Okay. I see what you did there. I remember you. Okay, so this is the changed version of this. Oh, fuck. Why did I do that? That was very dumb of me. Okay, we're going to run straight away as fast as we can. Hope to peel off a good portion of the pack. We should be able to get, like, very far away from a good portion of them by just walking over here. And then hopefully they'll get a little bit stuck on the wall. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, though, so I think we're probably just boned here. Oh, we're definitely boned here. I should have done the thing. Let's see. I'm actually tempted to just walk out, but I'm not going to. Okay, I'm going to save when I get in there. That's what we're going to do. We're going to save because we got the ability to save. So we're going to save it as dungeon, and we're going to cast Torchlight. We're going to save again. Look how far we can move. I completely forgot how the first few rooms were empty. So that'll be great. So let's not reveal ourselves to the maximum number of enemies at a time. Let's in fact do less than that. So we've gone from, it looks like 2 of the weakest to about 6,000 of varying tiers of dragon here. Oh, well, that's good to know. I wasn't expecting you to show up. I know they're not dragons, they're drakes, but still. What is a drake if not a garbage dragon? It's a concern. Where are you? There you are. This is the boss. Fuck, I have a boss on me. I didn't notice. God, I didn't notice it was that much bigger than the others. Okay. Mistakes were made. Can you hit me from there? I don't think you can hit me from there. This one can hit me. I don't know that the other ones can. Whew. I think the ceiling might be lower here. Ooh, we got a 2-hit max. Oh, hello. Alright. We're fine with this. How tough are you? You were level 162. You do a boatload of energy damage. You know what? I'm gonna get into a brute force fight with this because I want to see how tough it is. And it's pretty tough. It's hitting pretty hard. But nothing we can't handle by just paralyzing it all the way to dead. There we go. I'm glad that I walked out and got these because this is gonna be fun. I mean, maybe the other packs would be way crazier and cooler that we're deeper in. We don't know what's actually in this seed, but having the start be 6 trillion drakes is fun and exciting for me. So I'm happy to deal with them. It is interesting because there's so much. There's so much different when they're willing to approach into these corners. Instead of like... Okay. Did you spawn or teleport? Probably teleport, right? Fell out of the world or something. Oh wow, was another one? Yeah, oh right, I remember. Weren't the drakes like falling out of the sky or something earlier? I just aggroed like 3 times as many as I should have. Oh, we got a drake in with us. That's good to know. It's coming straight for us. Never mind, that's not a drake. Alright, greater werewolf. I'm too far forward, I think. Okay, I'm gonna stay right where I am. This is where we make our stand. I think that we'll be fine here. The Master Swordsmen aren't super dangerous, as long as we are immune to death, which we've got that covered. We have another giant pack of werewolves after this, probably 6 trillion more of the drakes. Also, I guess I should probably check those rings that dropped off the boss, right? So we have another sleep and unconsciousness immunity item. That's useful.
Sure.
And spirit magic plus 15 on a necklace. That's interesting. Armsmaster plus 8, speed, and plus 7 to a bunch of stats. I like that, and it's also... This is a big upgrade.
This is good.
I lose a tiny bit of durability, but gain quite a lot. And this is a pretty good amount of HP to have on an individual ring. How do we feel about giving you a pure HP ring? Spirit plus 13 on this. Let's take a look at this spirit thing that I had. Right, it was a necklace. I think my necklace might be better. Actually, not necessarily. I'll have to consider whether I want to replace this and then replace this with... That was the wrong thing. No, it wasn't. Where's the spirit ring? There it is. It's not a spirit ring. Okay, so this gives 170 HP. And then this other thing, this necklace that we had. Where did I put it over here already? Yes. So I think this might be a worthwhile trade. And we're going to do it, just for the hell of it. Okay, we're going to cast Preservation. Okay, do we have Torchlight already? I don't know whether we have a caster. Alright. You... Fine. We're going to tag the Frost Drakes, beat them up. Okay, and we're going to start pulling these. Ooh, concerning. I think we're going to be chill here. Shouldn't be too bad, I think. There's another huge pack of worms over there. That's fine. They're not worms, they're drakes, but again, close enough for government work. That's... I don't like getting tagged by the energy drakes across the hall. But if everybody's willing to play nice, then I'm willing to approach. We've got an energy drake in with us now. We can probably burn down the energy drake. Energy drake is worth burning 100% because it's going to be it's going to definitely be way more DPS than the others because it's doing an objectively superior damage type. Got a mace.
He's toast.
Okay.
Useless.
Alright, let's take a look at that mace.
Jump.
It is... kind of dark. Okay, that's done. That's done.
It might be useful.
Great.
Great.
So I should probably save before continuing. Oh, this isn't far enough. Alright, let's get over here and we'll just head north, I guess. But yeah, I think north is a dead end. So we'll definitely go north. We're going to give this to Quartal. And, you know, I could pull in a sensible fashion, or it could be me. These are our choices. I'm staying true to myself in this moment as I continue to just sit here letting them peel out one by one. And then we're gonna have even more peeling out after us. Oh, I get it. They're resetting. Okay, they're resetting when they get locked. So this is actually gonna be not as bad as it looks because periodically they're gonna reset their position back to the other room when they're fucking around in this room. If they climb up the wall too far, they just rotate back out. So this is okay. That's perfect. The other one rotated out, and this one didn't. So we should be able to kill this one, not before the other gets into range. But hopefully immediately. Yeah, it's dead. Ooh, it's rotating along the wall. It's not getting out. Oh no. Oh, we got the stun or the para? Oh, it looks like a para. Okay, we got the para. Let's go. Okay, this is fun. I like this. I'd forgotten about the drakes. The drakes are fun. They're a very underutilized creature, so it's just kind of fun to be able to play around with them. All right, so we can save this, and you know we pulled a pretty massive pack there without much problem. So that's good to know. We're still going to get blown apart if we pull too many werewolves later, but you know how it is. Okay, most people have leveled now. Doesn't really matter too much, but it It is a thing. We're about to hit 3 o'clock, so this is perfect timing, actually. Okay, that's our first weakness. I think this is our first weakness, isn't it? Did the last 3 o'clock get us weak? I don't think it did. So we actually might have plenty of time here, now that I think about it, because I had forgotten that we have, like, multiple days of leeway at the start. It doesn't just immediately dive us in there. So there's just 2 of them? That's so funny. It's just so funny having these 2 just hanging out going, hey, how's it going? That's very cute. This is less cute. This part is gonna make me die. I got way too many from over here. I was so distracted by the cute ones. This is. Did I save after? Like here, I think it did. So let's. Okay, we're gonna slow walk these over to us. Just aggro some of them at a time. Okay, there's a group of swordsmen over there. Oh man, I'm so tempted to do something crazy. I don't know what crazy thing I'd do is the problem. Like I could try to use the altar maybe in some clever way. Oh, actually, I might be able to get some benefit out of this wall, because it might slow them down a bit as I just kite them back around the corner. It's a very smooth transition, so it's a fairly easy. Wow, we got so many paras. Look at that. Look at all those fucking paralyzed enemies. We have 3 paralyzed, and we got 1 stunned. Oh wow. You know what? The dream is real. I was like, you know, I'm bored of fighting these normally. I'd like to do something crazy. And this isn't like super crazy, but it's a fun way to kite. So I guess it would make sense to go after the big one that was going to come out first, but that's fine. That's all good. Okay, save the game. Oh, we actually pulled the whole pack there. Alright. So we've got the whole pack of swordsmen. We're going to do the same thing? We're going to do the same thing. I think that'll be fun. So let's just do a nice little kite over here. Just drag you over here a bit. And we hopefully don't get, like, any behind us, because if any get behind us, then we're in trouble a bit. How dare you curse me? With my hands way too busy to deal with a curse. So I tried to deal with a curse and just immediately got stuck in a wall. Oh! Oh, wait. Concerns? Concerns? There we go. Oh, wow. I got the shared life off and it didn't matter. Instantaneously went down again. Nailed it. That was an extremely clean and incredibly well-fought battle. You have no evidence to the contrary. Alright, so we're going to take this one out. Then we can deal with this one out. There we go. Save it up. There we go. We got another one of those cleared. I'm going to double speed for a few seconds because this is a very long quarter. We're no longer in double speed. Guess I should give more advanced warning of that because when I looked at it on YouTube, it looked bad enough that I was like, ooh, that's a concern. This could easily cause motion sickness. You know what? I'm sure this will be fine. It really is amazing how powerful it is to just walk backward. Like, even with, like, really huge packs, just walking backward and hitting them, like, legitimately reduces damage taken by so fucking much. And I might have been able to take that fight standing still, because I don't think that there's any energy drakes in this pack, but there we go. Save the game. Cauldron. We're now no longer in the green. It's probably a bunch of drakes. You know what? I'm gonna aggro everything. All this is fine. Okay, we're going to rotate the ones that are rotating clockwise out of the room. Then we're going to drag them into this room here. And once they're far enough along the wall... Okay, never mind, we don't even need to do what I was intending to do, that's fine. Okay, we have one that got released behind us. It's not an energy drake, so I don't have to worry about it. If too many leak out, we're going to be in trouble here, but so far I don't think enough have leaked out to be a problem. Oh, it feels good. Oh. You know... It's not super reasonable to be able to expect to just walk into melee with, like, every enemy on Earth and, like, clear them out. But it feels really good to not have to be, like, that careful, right? Like, I can tank a good portion of these enemies, so, like... If half of those enemies had leaked instead of like an eighth of them or whatever, would have been fine. Would have been fine. As long as we didn't have like all of the energy drakes leak, I think we would have been fully chill there. So like, it just feels good to be able to be like taking the most direct, aggressive approach and still be successful. If we can take out this energy drake, the fact that there's like a shit ton of enemies on their way won't matter that much. Unless there's another energy drake in the other pack. So I think we're chill here. We're going to take these out, and then we will plop onto that pile there. When we plop onto that pile... Actually, I'm not going to take both of them out. If they pop onto this pile, they can just break out potentially, which, you know, if they had broken out and stayed in melee with me, that would be one thing, but now they're wandering around and I don't like it. So we are going to backtrack, we're going to take these out, and then the rest of them will hopefully get into this corridor where we can fight them casually. It's a maw change. There were a lot of changes to the Might and Magic 6 maps in, not a lot, there were a significant number of changes where like certain types of units got replaced with certain other ones in Might and Magic 6 in the Maw mod, in the Might and Magic 6 version of the mod. And there were also a bunch of bosses and things like that added. And the merge mod doesn't have the like unique bosses that were added, but it seems like it does have the changes to like the fundamentals of like who shows up in what dungeon. Which some of those changes are like really really good and solid. Like this is a great environment to fight these things, right? Now, it was a bit of a problem before the code was added that makes them teleport back into position if they get out of the map, because unfortunately the map isn't designed for them, even though it looks like it should be. So it's easy for them to like fall out of the map. But if they fall out of the map, they just teleport back to their start location now. It's very good. Like, such a huge improvement to the base functionality to make it so that, like, okay, if anything, like, goes out of bounds, it comes back in bounds immediately. And that seems to be very consistently happening. I haven't seen anything go permanently out of bounds since that got added. So that's really great. That's particularly great for my runs because I'm supposed to be killing every single creature. But it's also just great in general. There's nothing here. It's interesting. I thought that the person was over here, and then the... Yeah, I've been very impressed with this mod. Both this version and the version for Might and Magic 6 are super impressive. Like, a lot of good decisions made that I appreciate. It's been very cool. Like I didn't play much mods for most of my life. I modded Baldur's Gate 2 a bit because like people would just like add new characters, and I was replaying Baldur's Gate 2 a billion times. So like it made sense for me to add new companions in to play with, but that was like it. I didn't really do a lot of modding outside of doing the Infinity Engine games. And it's been nice, this like sort of like modding renaissance for Might and Magic 6, where there's been just so many like really high quality mods that have come out. Because like there were some big projects before that I've played. There was like Chaos Conspiracy, I think, was one of them, and like was there a Maestro mod? I don't remember all the mods that I've played over the years, right? But there were like several of them, and since the implementation of the like Lua accessibility that Greyface did, like Greyface is like I have no words for like the shadowy mastermind Greyface who like was responsible for fixing so much of this series. It was just broken in the original, where like the mechanics just weren't working correctly, and this, that, the other thing. And then in addition, like getting the whatchamacallit, like getting like the scripting working, which I believe was a component of like one of the updates that was more recent. Like, so impressive. Like, I think that a good portion of the reason that these games are still played is because of Greyface's work on its own. Like, to the degree that they are, is just because, like, the game has someone who is, like, fixed them enough that if you want to play them, you can play them, and they work, right? Like, which is not the case for like a lot of games. Like, even for games that like ostensibly like have companies that are supposed to be making them work, right? Like Baldur's Gate 2 multiplayer actually working was like a big deal and a big selling point for the merge mod, or not the merge mod, the enhanced edition. Like, it's a big selling point. And unfortunately, at some point, it broke again. And last I checked, it hadn't been fixed. So when the last time that I tried to like jump into Baldur's Gate with a friend of mine, I just couldn't make it work, and it was very sad to be like, oh, okay, well, you know, this is a problem that I'm familiar with, but which I was hoping I wasn't going to have to deal with again. And it's not the same problem. It's a new issue, but it's still basically the same thing. Yeah, and does Greyface even make, like, outside of like the patch, right? Which is there's some executive decisions there that you could argue are more in like the modding territory as opposed to like fixing territory. To be sure, right? The fixes in that Greyface does, some of them are more in one direction than the other. Like mouse look obviously is an example of like a full-on mod, and I think Greyface made the mouse look thing too, right? Like, but I also don't know. I don't know how much they like collaborate with other people on that kind of stuff. Because obviously, like individual pieces of code, I don't know. But like, anyway, regardless, like, super impressed with the work that they've created and the work that like the modding community's made. Because there's just been a lot of really cool stuff where it's like, oh yeah, I would definitely enjoy like just playing this mod, because I usually prefer playing vanilla for most things. I really do prefer playing vanilla in most things, and like just being like, okay, well, what is the like what's the word, like, so I need to like go to the other side to pick up a thing that I can use on the altar, which allows me to get into the thing, I think. I believe that's what I need to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on double speed, so you have a few seconds to look away if you need to look away, and we're off. So hopefully hopefully it doesn't look too crazy. I guess it kind of always looks a little bit crazy. There's like the weird lighting effect creeping, but we will see how it goes. We've gotten to the other side. I think we're going to get a thing here. We find a pearl. We're now going to go back the other direction. We're still on double speed. We're just getting back to the center. It's all good. Waiting for it, waiting for it, waiting for it. We're back in the middle room. I'm going to turn it off now. So we're back down to normal speed.
No room.
Let's see here.
I wish I could learn that. Sorry, I can't use it.
And hopefully that's useful for people. Well, actually, no. Hopefully it's not useful for people. Hopefully no one has a problem when I do that, and it's all fine, and they don't need to look away or close their eyes or do anything like that when I have to go into double speed. But if it is a problem for people, hopefully it's useful that I am going to be communicating when I'm... Oops, mistakes were made. That's boss. It's venomous. Okay. Venomous Master Swordsman's probably not that bad. Okay, you know, it's really not that bad if it doesn't get the ability to hit me. Do I care enough to... Why is it actually hitting for 14? Gotta have some action going on. I can't just kill everything without getting attacked, right? There we go. Well, now the venomous is down. I feel kind of bad. I feel kind of dirty, but that's okay. Alright, we're fine. Alright, we got a shield.
Yes.
It's a lot of int. Okay. You. Oh. I was thinking like, oh, you know, I'll open these very carefully and blah blah blah, and then I'm like, why would I need to open them carefully? I know there's one behind one of these, but it doesn't matter if I fight one enemy, right? Alright, we have a door here. Okay, we've aggroed several. Let's see. Oh, but yeah. So anyway, it's nice to have the kind of support necessary to keep, you know, this old stuff running. It's interesting because like there's this weird element where you would think that over time, like it would be like easier to run PC games rather than that is funny. I was not expecting to see Drakes in here. Oh shit, I forgot to recast preservation. Whoopsies. Let's recast it now. You know what? In fact, what we're gonna do, we're gonna equip our shield. Recast preservation. So what is preservation at now? 16 hours. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, you'd think that like PC games would be easier to access in nowadays because everyone still has a PC, but reverse compatibility for consoles has been dead for a very long time, and it's presumably never coming back. And because they just keep wanting to resell you the same thing, and each time they resell it to you, you can't keep it because the console they've sold it for is going to go away in a couple years as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna. That was a long wail. But anyway, but it turns out that PC games are actually harder to deal with because, like, it seems like trying to create like emulation hardware for like to make a PC game work is non-trivial, whereas people make emulators for console games like continuously. So like it's very easy to be like, oh, you know, I'd like to play like this old PS1 game, this old N64 game, this old SNES game. That's very easy to find, right? If there hasn't been a remaster recently, then you're not shit out of luck. You can just pick up the game or just rip it off of your CDs, and you can just run it on your computer, like trivially easily, right? Whereas with PC games, like compatibility is a non-trivial problem that you have to deal with, and it's just kind of interesting. There's some games that don't work that great on that kind of stuff, on emulators and stuff, but like for the most part, they all work pretty well. And so for like an older game like this to have like a community of people who are actively working on it, actively making it like work, it's great because it's really necessary in order to keep these like older games playable. And for this particular room, a bunch of Drakes they don't quite fit in the room. And yeah, that's roughly true. Obviously, like the
Let's leave it behind.
not all of the consoles are quite that homogenous. They do have like different hardware that in them periodically, but it's functionally pretty similar. And the software, you know, also changes a bit. But again, it's mostly just like pretty generic. It's all meant to be directly compatible with each other in a very robust way, right? Like, people weren't fucking around with their Xbox drivers to make, you know, Grand Theft Auto work back in the day. That wasn't a thing you had to worry about. Whereas in PC, you always had to worry about that all the time. So yeah, it's a much more.
That's no good.
Ooh! Oh right, we got something like this before, right? Was this the thing that we got actually? Did we lose it because I had to reload, or did we just find another cover legendary? I was thinking that it might make sense to turn on cover for some people, or even for everyone. It would be kind of fun to turn on cover for everybody. Can everyone use cover? You can't use cover, so I can't turn on cover for everybody. But if I could use cover on everybody, then in theory, the damage would still be distributed perfectly evenly. But I would be able to make usage of these cover items. I think I thought I did find another one, and did I still have it? I think I might want to do that. How do we feel about turning on cover? I had cover on for the beginning of the game. And in order to like control the... I don't remember what type of ring it was that I just got. In order to control the incoming damage a bit. And I haven't been doing it because the way that the build works, I wanted to... Did I just not put it in this inventory because this inventory was full or something? Did I put it somewhere else? I thought I put it in your inventory. Oh wait, did I put it in this inventory? Was I in the wrong inventory? What type were you? I thought it was a cheap one, right?
Great.
It should be... Oh, right. I have the wrong helmet equipped. Whoops. I equipped the wrong helmet.
It won't fit.
I originally had it in this inventory, I think. God, my inventory management is something to be truly marveled at. How did I already lose this ring? So, let's see. Yeah, I mean that what I meant about the hardware being different is that I'm pretty sure that sometimes they would just use different hardware for different like sort of like runs. So like each production cycle, there would be slight differences to the actual internals, but any changes that they made to the internals would have had to be very vigorously tested for compatibility with what they've already programmed in. So it'd be almost identical hardware regardless. Like in theory, it should be something that's always going to work fairly consistently, right? That was what I was talking about, because I believe that is the case. But I could also be incorrect on all counts. because I do not remember for sure. Actually, I guess even if I did remember for sure, there would still be the possibility of error. But we're going to ignore the fact that I could be just wrong fully. We're going to ignore that possibility because I am very smart. And what being very smart means is that you're always correct. That is inaccurate. That's not what being smart is about. You know what? I'm gonna give a definition of intelligence, and this is gonna be a robust. This is gonna be a robust definition of intelligence. It's gonna work great. Intelligence is your tendency to be usefully incorrect. To be incorrect in ways that are useful for whatever you're trying to accomplish. That's what being intelligent is about. Being usefully incorrect. That's it. That's the definition. It's official. Call Webster. We have a new one. Sure, why not? If you have a tendency to be usefully incorrect, then yes, that I would agree with that. And this, as a definition, I actually think is a pretty good definition. I like it as a definition. Let's see. Aphrodite. How did I lose this ring so badly, so quickly? Does anyone remember what it looked like? It was a ring. It wasn't like a necklace or something, right? I'm looking for the right type of item. I didn't put it on somebody accidentally, did I? No. If I had put it on somebody, it would have been visible there. Oh my god, I cannot. Okay, look, we're gonna have to save the game, and then we'll track this thing down in our inventory wherever the hell it went. That's so funny. I'm fairly sure we've gotten this ring before. And it's very funny to think that we've gotten this ring before, and we lost it last time, probably due to reloading, and now we found it again, and then immediately lost it in our inventory. It's fine. There's a secret passage around here somewhere, right? There's gotta be. I don't actually remember this layout very well. Did I already go on that? I think I might have already gone on this. Yes, I did. Okay, I didn't want to re-trigger it. I have sorted the... You mean like do a full inventory sort as opposed to just like an individual inventory sort? That's a good idea. Before I start going too crazy, I'm gonna go save. I think saving is important. I had green before in the corridor here. Oops, I just aggroed them again. So I did. Okay. So I did. We just aggroed another thing. Okay. So where the hell... which button is it? Is it T?
I can't carry anymore.
Okay. All inventories have been sorted. How much did we drop when we did that? So much!
Sorry.
How do we have... Wait, how do we not have any room for a ring? Wait, what? Okay. So we do have the space. What do you mean you have to... You don't have...
Too much. I have too much.
You don't! You're a liar!
I have too much.
No space.
It won't
I
fit.
can't unpack this.
What do you have in this slot?
Won't fit.
They're lying to me! think I might have broken your sword. I think I might have broken the sword. Oh no.
No room.
Oh boy. So how do I fix this? There we go. Nope. What is happening? How do I fix this? Oh, is it because of the... Oh, you can only hold so many, like, individual items, right? So it's because this person has too many singular items? Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to just assume that I'm understanding that correctly. Gotcha. So...
Won't fit.
Okay, this will fit, so that means that we need to drop this over here. There we go. Then we need to drop this, and that gets this.
Won't fit.
Good morning. Let's look at these rings and see if one of them is the thing that we have misplaced. Okay.
No room.
Alright, so let's see here. You have to carry some big stuff. And give you this. Just drop this. Just drop this. So let's go to your inventory.
No room.
Okay, there's actually no room for that. We need to get something bigger. Ascension, don't need it. Okay. So. I don't want to give this to anybody. But you. Drop you. Whoo boy. There we go. Alright, let's swap to a different inventory with each character. Oh, wait, there's a bunch of unidentified shit in this inventory. So this has to be the inventory I was looking at. How did I miss this inventory? Like, it's gotta be in here, right? If I have unidentified stuff, I clearly haven't looked around this inventory. Where did my ring go? Like, it's simultaneously funny, but also so sad. It is tragic how much difficulty I'm having because I just can't keep my inventory straight. Come on. Come on. Look, where did it go? My precious ring, it's gone. I wanted to make use of it. Do we know what type of ring it was? Okay. We can check the VOD to track down my ring. That has just been lost to the ether. Oh, man. Here's the Ring of the Plains. I found it! It also gives plus 36 to all resists. That's not terrible. We found the ring. Let's go. Gives personality, and covering gives you a percentage of your HP. I think I'm not going to give this to you, even though it has personality. I think I will give this to Korgrik. There we go. And it was a cheap ring. Okay, Korgrik, do you have any garbage rings that you can get rid of? Honestly, no, not really. You don't have anything that's super garbage to get rid of. Is it time to copy the axe? If I copy the axe... I see you later, Malekith. If I copy the axe, I can get immunity to all status effects onto you without needing the belt of immunity to all status effects, which means that I can replace this belt with this belt, which would give me the ability to do that. So then I could just equip it over that one. Alternatively, I could just use I'll just use it in place of this one. This wasn't that crazy. Okay, there we go. So we're going to turn on cover. And I don't think I want to... Oh, wait, cover was already enabled? Oh, that's funny. I didn't realize that I'd already enabled cover. Oh, so no wonder Korgrik was dying fairly fast. Huh. Yeah, Korgrik still has the highest vitality in the party. I think I'm going to activate cover on Ash as well for now. And... Ash isn't... I guess it doesn't matter that much. It's preferable... We're turning on cover on Severia. Severia is pretty squishy, but we're turning on cover anyway. That's so funny. I didn't realize that Korgrik was covering the whole time. Wow, you know, Korgrik has really been MVP here. We have horseshoes that we dropped on the ground.
I can't carry anymore.
That's fine.
I can't carry anymore. No.
Okay.
No room.
My pack's
It
full.
won't
I
fit.
can't carry anymore.
There we go. Right. Where is it? Okay, perfect. We're saving the game. We're going to plop back over here. We have... Ooh, geez, we only have 2 hours. Okay, we need to go quick. Quick. Okay. Murder you. How did I not notice that Korgrik's been covering this whole time? That's so funny. So in addition to our normal region, we're also going to have Korgrik regenerating every time they cover, which is also fine. Okay, I jumped on the exact wrong spot. Whew. So true, kid, so true. You tell him. You tell him. How's our preservation? 12 hours. We're fine. How did I not notice the cover going out? There's like a really obvious visual effect. How did I think that cover was off? Was it... That's so funny. I don't know how I screwed that up, but it's very funny. Alright, so those two are going to be doing covering, which is going to help me a bit in terms of my mitigation. I'm fine with turning on cover. I just don't want to do like a cover build, right? Like fundamentally, I don't want my my characters to be that selfless. You know, I would like all my characters to feel like they are contributing in a similar fashion, as opposed to like having like a dedicated tank and a dedicated this and a dedicated that. Just so. Oh shit! Protection for magic wore off. That's suboptimal. You can cast this. Stone to flesh. Oh boy.
Could be worse.
Ooh. You know, look, it could be. It would be pretty hard. Shit. I missed. I can at least close the door. Okay, so we've closed that door. Let's take a look at our HP. We're pretty fine. Whew, boy. Luckily we were able to close that door, so we can basically just wait a bit once regen is no longer active. Oh shit. I let so many buffs wear off. We're not regenning at all. Oh boy, I don't have any regen gear on. That's a hat. Haste I think is fine because I recast it, but I didn't recast the other stuff because I just didn't think about it. But it's just I've spent so long outside that let's see. Are you regenning at all? Yes, you're regenning, but not by very much. But in theory, that means that I should have something that gives you regen, right? Can't look at your items. Can't look at your items. Okay, we're gonna give this to you for now because you're very close. Is that the wrong item?
No room.
That is the right item. HP regen per second should be 11. Okay. Whew. Okay, so Cortal will pull back up, and then we can do this, and then we can go, hey, maybe we spend a little bit of energy. Right, your shield probably got moved to somebody else. There it is.
It won't fit.
Let's cast regen, and you know, that was spooky. That was spooky. So we got preservation off. We got all of our stuff done, I think. So I think we're good to go with that. Let's take a look. We have 6 hours of haste, so let's recast haste. And I don't think we're going to run into a it's not going to take 2 hours to complete this place. That would be wild if it took that long. Which one is this? This one. To get Odin out of here.
No space.
No room. I have too much.
Oh, this gives 110 elemental resistances. I'm gonna give that to you just to hold on to for just for safekeeping or whatever. Okay, so let's open this door. So that's a reflector. I'm actually going to go in here again because there are more over there that can come in and I don't want them to. Ooh, concerns? Okay, we got that. And this corridor is going okay for us. Unfortunately, we are fairly significantly down. How much regen do we have? Ah, Okay, you are not wearing your original thing. I'm going to leave that ring off for this moment. Okay, looks like we just have a minor pack left in here. I feel bad for all these werewolves. Just because they are presumably just like normal people stuck in werewolf form, right? Like, there's kind of this weird like thing going on where it's like you've got, and this is very common with things like werewolves, where it's like, okay, we've got all of these people that you need to completely ignore the fact are like just normal ass people who have been cursed. You're just going to have to completely ignore that for a time because we're going to have you mass murder them in order to rescue the people that are also cursed by the same curse. It's like, huh, that's a little unusual. Alright. So, once we clear this, we can walk through here. Oh, low. Then we can kill you. Okay. I shouldn't be killing this many of these packs, but I'm sloppy. Whew, boy. I can only imagine how crazy that thing is that restores 3% of your max HP every time you cover is if you have like a character that's like a dedicated like durability and like HP sponge. Like Korgrik has a lot of HP, right? Like Korgrik's got a lot. But Korgrik could have a lot more HP. Like, Korgrik could be way tankier if we invested as heavily as we can into it. So, I'm just imagining, like, recovering 3... Like, let's say that we doubled the max HP of Korgrik. We'd be regenerating, like, such a huge amount, like, every time an enemy attacks. Because every attack, well, not like 4 out of 5 times, right? Because most attacks are going to go from someone else, and then you cover for them, and then you immediately heal all of that HP there. Like, really, very cool. Oh, what are you? Adamantite, huh? Concerning. Let's cut it a bit. Okay. I'm just gonna fight the rest of them here. This might be dangerous, but it's probably fine. And since we're already here, I guess I will also go save. I guess I could have kept kiting because I am going back that direction anyway. Never mind, we don't have to. We can save here. Perfect. So we can go forward, get to the next area. I'm going to recast Torchlight because I don't know for sure that it's active. Okay, take out these. Mission successful. We be getting there. Okay.
Oh.
Useless.
That is a bit of... Oh! We have another Divine Protection item.
I have too much.
This gives 16% boosted vitality, so I guess we can just... Nope, we
No
can't.
room.
Let's see. This would be a decent defensive boost for you. I don't think I want to equip that right now. I guess I should check the other characters more effectively.
Now here's something. Now here's something.
Let's see.
We could sell it.
Okay. Moving along. And again, it's not actually cheating, but you know, it's funnier to pretend it is. Okay. Okay, we got a bunch of drakes in here. Okay, I don't think too many of them can actually like hit me from these corners. I don't think I'm taking damage from all of them, but I'm taking damage from a more significant number. Oh, that's an energy drake. Okay, we're pulling back. Oh, and pulling back, they come in with me. That's actually great for me because we can definitely prevent the entire pack from coming around this corner. So. It is funny to think of like a vial of troll blood, and it's like, oh no, Korvik bled on the enemy. It's gotta really suck to be a like a source of like a magical reagent. Really, really horrifying to think about. It's actually like something that comes up in like RPGs periodically, where you'll have like a person who's like some sort of fey creature or whatever, and like their blood or their hair or their whatever is magical, and then it's like, okay, well, yeah, this person has like kept me imprisoned for the last, you know, like 8 years, and they've just been cutting my hair off to use in their alchemy that entire time. It's really horrifying. But, you know, if Korgrik periodically bleeds on the enemy and that we get an alchemy reagent out of it, that's probably fine, right? You know, I feel kind of bad for Korgrik. First we're like life stealing off of Korgrik. Then we're like being like, okay, well, okay, you bled on the enemy. I guess that's fine. We can just use that as a reagent. Here, let me bottle up your blood, friend. Just that is more of them than I'd like to see. We've got more aggro behind us. So or not aggro, but we have more behind us. I don't want to try to bring these to that closed door and then have to deal with that. I think we should be fine here. Unfortunately, we're spawning a considerable number of enemies as we continue to go through this. Because we've gone back and forth over this at least one time. I think I might, once I clear this pack, I might have enough space to save if I am in that other room.
Here's something.
If I just, Oh, we're in the green here. Okay, that's perfect. So, we have a bunch of, I believe, just garbage in these chests.
We could sell it.
And I believe that that thing is just going to take me to, like, the same location, no matter which direction I go on it. So let's go through this way for now. You know, I might have aggroed slightly too many here. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. Alright. Yeah, it's almost noon, and we are approaching the end of this dungeon. So we should be pretty set here, I think, to do a proper send-off. So, we've aggroed a bunch of them from this room. There's going to be a lot of enemies in this room up front, so. Oh, they got. Okay. Wow. Korgrik is going to work. And really needs to, because I keep pulling way more enemies than I really should be, with a fairly limited amount of space to kite them, you know? Monsters are weakened, can no longer resurrect. So, if we're struggling to find a place to save in this gigantic dungeon, we now will be able to. We need to remember to come back through this way. Oh, actually we don't need to, because both routes will take us past that room, I think. I think we're fine. We're not aggroed, or we don't have all of them at the same time. Yeah, I feel like this party is pretty good. I feel like we're doing pretty well. You know, sometimes we have to engage in some shenanigans. But honestly, less commonly than you might think. And this is going to be a big problem as I pull 6 trillion werewolves. You know what we're going to do? We're going to leave. Okay. Whew. For a second, I thought that I actually, like, skipped the teleporter. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's actually a pretty significant distance to get to the teleporter again. So the teleporter is going to be below me. It's going to be here. So there's 2 enemies that are kind of positioned vaguely between me and the teleporter. I'm going to fight them like this. This wasn't what I had in mind when I retreated to the teleporter, but it is what we're going to do. This is not the safe way to do this. Oh, Jesus. We might not be able to do that anymore, actually, because there might be too many stuck in that position. So what we'll do instead is go out here. We can get through you. Yes. And yeah, this is gonna work, I don't think. Oh, that's a summoner. Okay, we're not going to do it this way then, because yeah, we're going to do the other thing. I have a safe way of doing this, so I'm going to go do it the safe way. So we're going to pop back over here, and I didn't manage to skip the thing. So we have 4 packs here. Oh, wait, this is actually more dangerous than I was giving it credit for. Mistakes were made. Alright, I'm gonna need to be... Fuck. I'm gonna need to be doing a better job here. When I pull this... Okay, we need to... I think we need to pull only part of the pack, actually. Or maybe not. Maybe we can't do that. Yes, we can. But we didn't pull a small enough portion of the pack. Holy shit. Whew. Only the slightest bit of shenanigans, you know, no like, nothing too major. You know, it occurs to me that I could have immolation on for this kind of stuff. That would be pretty valuable. I don't know how many of these would actually be in range for immolation. I'm gonna go ahead and cast immolation. Is that a total of 8,000 from immolation? It'll vary a lot depending on how many are in range when it triggers. It's a very short range. It's shorter than melee range. It might be their melee range, but I don't think it's even that long. Oh, interesting. We got a couple of crafting items out of this. concerned for a moment, but we're fine. Alright, crafting cube. The eye. Whose eye? The world may never know. Okay, so saving this. We have a blue barrel. This barrel. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I've now aggroed that huge pack and brought them over to the thinger. So that I think that was a trap that spawns more of those things. Wait, this just keeps going. I'm a dope. So what does this switch to? And it's already recessed.
It's worthless.
I don't know why it was already recessed. Ah! Is it 3 o'clock? It is 3 o'clock. Alright, so we have... Go ahead and just cure weakness on the people who are casting cure weakness before I cast it on the people who are stabbing things with their swords. That makes sense. That's just sensible, you know? It's just a sensible way to handle things. How big is this pack? Not very. Okay. I don't really remember this part that well. So where does this teleporter go? So there's a teleporter here. This goes to this room, which is pulled very badly. You know, it's hubris and disrespect all the way down. That's my whole deal. Hubris and disrespect. That's it. It's on the other side. Okay, so there's actually 4 teleports. I forgot about that. Okay. Alright. So that's this room cleared. Okay, it looks like they're going to start filtering toward us. I'm not sure how fast they're going to filter toward us. Good question. We have at least this summoner. And the problem with the summoner is every time it hits me, it's going to summon one of these fucking things. And ooh, we need to get out. We have a grater in here as well. So I think we want to go back to this other room. So we're gonna clear out this other room again. Not again. We're gonna clear out this other room that we haven't done yet. Because I think that'll be useful. So these are the enemies that were already in this room. I think the door is closed here. So these were the ones that I aggroed through the door, probably. Yes, these are the ones that got aggroed through the door. So what we're going to try to do... Did I aggro the whole pack through the door? Interesting. Where does this go? I don't remember this. Where the fuck am I? This is so funny. It depends on the power of the enemy. With werewolves, Summoner's pretty strong for dealing with werewolves, because werewolves are strong enough on their own that, like, it's not like I'm going to be able to keep up with the spawns. Like, I can't just be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna kill them as they spawn and then deal with the boss, right? That's not really feasible because I can't kill them fast enough for that. I wonder if we even have the boss on us right now. The boss might be too far away to aggro, because there's some that are over here that don't seem to be approaching. So if I can clear everything on this west side... Oh, that's concern. I forgot that I haven't approached that corridor from this side. We have ads coming in from elsewhere, so I think we're going to be just retreating down this corridor in a second, but that's our cue. That right there is our cue. So we're now going back over to the opposite corner, where there's a bunch of enemies, but not the summoner. Very importantly, not the summoner. And we'll be able to start clearing those out. This is like a long-winded version of the teleporters in the other place. Where are you? Okay, so we got this one here. We've got a normal grater. That's great. This is not the summoner. The summoner, I don't think, is coming. So we've just cleared out another group here. We have one coming in. Yeah, I feel like earlier in the game, my damage output relative to the enemy HP was much higher. And now I'm like, it's more of a slow burn where I'm tankier and the enemies are tankier relative to each other's hits. So it's been an interesting transition because Summoner used to be really not that concerning for me. Because... like, if I had to deal with a boss hitting me in the face, it was... basically because the strategy for dealing with the bosses was to lure them to a position where they couldn't hurt me anymore anyway. That was the fundamental thing, so a summoner wouldn't be able to summon anything if it can't attack me. Shit. Whereas now, I'm much more used to being able to actually just fight them. But if I try to just brute force a summoner like that, it's bad. So like the things that I was worried about before were much more like enemies that that like swappers, which could pull me out of position. Pullers pull me out of position. The things with positionals used to be dangerous, and things that it doesn't matter whether it can hit you or not, like the leechers, right? Like the leechers are extremely dangerous, even if the leecher isn't hitting you, because if anybody else is hitting you, they're very dangerous, right? Like the leecher is going to do a shit ton of damage, not only to your HP, but to your SP that you use to regenerate that HP. And the so the leechers were a very major concern for me for a long time. And as my durability goes up, because I've been building for it, that becomes less the case. But also, like, my relative DPS is lower than it was before, meaning that something like a summoner is now able to sort of force me to do stuff that I wouldn't generally be doing. Like, if I'm fighting a venomous, there's a fairly decent chance that I'm going to at least attempt to kill it, just like naturally. But with a summoner, I can't get in pissing contest with a summoner. I put myself in the wrong corner. Whew, that was scary. Yeah, the Leecher is pretty spooky. Still. But one thing that's nice about the Leecher is that getting the periodic like tags from the Leecher doesn't put me in as permanent a deficit as it does with the Summoner. But that being said, I'd say that a Leecher is still more dangerous than a Summoner to me for the most part. I'm trying to think if there's a circumstance where something like a Leecher is less of a threat. We've seen two bosses in this room so far. We've seen the one on the other side, the Summoner over there, and we've seen the one here. I don't know how many bosses. Sorry, I don't know how many bosses are left in the dungeon because I don't remember how many bosses we fought so far. We fought a boss Drake at the very beginning, I think. You know, the number of times that I'm going to do that in my life is substantial. Whew, okay, so we're completely out of spell points on Silria. Do I want to try to dive the Summoner? Probably not. I'm gonna go back to this pack. Oh man, this is such a rough. Ooh, I should have saved, huh? 6 from 8. I might die. I'm gonna die. Wait, you're at full HP? Never mind. Okay, I'm not gonna die. Not yet. Okay, negative 3,000. Maybe I do go for the Summoner. I need resources to fight the ones over here. I don't need resources to fight the Summoner. So, to fight the Summoner, basically, I just need to play well. So, I think I'm going to pop over to the Summoner. Because that's an easy thing to do. How are we doing on preservation? 4 hours. It's all well and good. Let's save this under danger because we have people unconscious. And you are right in my face right now. So I'm going to try to just burn this right here. I'm going to to do damage to the summoner, not to its summons. Okay, we're going to paralyze the summoner and then beat the shit out of its summons. No, come on. It should be almost dead. Okay, summoner's down. And we're now starting to pull the enemies from the other side, and we have a bunch of resources that we didn't have before because we have been life-stealing and mana-stealing off of killing the enemies. So we now have a finite number of enemies left in this section of the dungeon. For now, there might be another summoner. And we've pulled some percentage of them. That is so many reds. Ooh, boy. Where the fuck am I going? I need to... These rooms I've been consistently going to the wrong corners of, and it's a problem for me. Luckily, these are not approaching that aggressively in this staircase right now, so I should be able to actually clear this pack. I was thinking I was going to have to do a couple of attempts on this. Or not attempts, but like a couple of teleportations, but we're fine. We don't need it. Just clear you, can clear you. Clear you. Okay, this one's parried. So we've cleared a good portion of this. It's now noon. We can pull a little bit more. Let's grab some of the ones from the other side. Unless they've already been pulled. They might have already been pulled. Do I go into the thing? No. Let's clear out this middle room. Nice and easy. This is the werewolf leader. Okay, we got the pearl. Guten Morgen. And I guess I should have saved, huh? This is a leecher. So we have a leecher and a pile of enemies. And I'm not going to do anything except just leave and go to the other side. We're not gonna mess around with that right now. We're gonna go save the game. So we've had 3 bosses. I don't think the leader can be a boss monster. I think that it can only be enemies that are like that are spawned in via the like normal spawn calculation, not ones that are like set. So the set spawns I think can't be. It's my assumption that at some point they're going to start implementing other forms of bosses into the game. The way that they have with the 6th version of this mod. I could be wrong on that. They might be replacing that with these. But it's my assumption that they're going to change that out eventually and add either add the ones that are already in the other one in, or do something similar, or do a different thing that serves a similar purpose. And when they do that, they may decide to make the existing named mobs get affixes or something like that as well. Okay, so we do have the leecher here. I think currently kiting 2 of them. Is that a stun? No, it's a para. Okay, well, this is gonna take a shit ton of damage here. I think it's probably just gonna die. So we're probably set for this fight. There's not a lot left. It's been fun, like, warping between all of the different teleportation locations, actually. This is not how I usually handle this area at all. So, it's fun to do it this way. Looks like this first room is cleared. And we have a pack with a I forget number, but they are the mid-tier for the most part, so... This pack shouldn't be terribly difficult to actually kill. Okay. All set. All set. I should probably go save. Right? Can I save here? No. I should probably go save. I'm not going to. I'm gonna aggro whatever comes next. We are, however, gonna cast this. I just put myself in a corner, but that's fine. If I was thinking about it properly, I might have done it anyway. Just because it's a nice long corridor. Let's see. We're pretty over-leveled right now. The biggest issue with this dungeon for like a melee party is the fact that they have the unconsciousness proc, which you can't really over level the unconsciousness proc. In this mod, you have the ability to get protection from it, but since you can't get protection from it in vanilla, it is a very, very dangerous effect. To deal... Oh, shit. We're in, like, the one place that we don't want to be. Ugh, this is the worst teleporter we could be at. Alright, let's try to burn our way through the... never mind. I thought they were pretty much all going to be behind me, but they were not. There were some in front of me. Like, there were some that weren't in the thing at all that were... Okay, this is good. So this will allow us to get to a different passage. I'm just going to chill here for a bit because we haven't actually pulled all of them to us yet. A lot of them just got lost, so... If they sift in here slowly, we can just fight fairly small groups of them and... Okay, that's another thing cleared. I'm actually going to go down here and save, because we are right next to the save spot, and then go back up. And walk in here. How's our haste? 4 hours on haste, so let's go ahead and recast that. 4 hours is more time than we're going to be in here, I think, but... better safe than sorry. Let's just use a full-on cheesy wall strat. Maybe not. I think they're both hitting me, so it isn't even a cheesy wall strat. It's just a normal. Pack splitting technique. So didn't even need it. There weren't any other enemies close by to get aggroed. So I don't know how many are currently hitting me. It's one of the problems with these kinds of wall strats is that it can be difficult to know if you're in danger until you are in way too much danger. But I don't think we have too much pulled here, honestly. That was clutch. That was extremely clutch. Cast this. Yeah, the majority of these were not able to hit us, I think. Actually, there might not have been that many in the first place, so... we just got a few of them to be unable to hit us, and that's plenty for us. Yeah. And by a few, I think maybe only 2, because I think everything around that corner was hitting us, except for those 2. Okay, we've got these set. And we have this room over here, which we have not opened yet. I'm going to open it. I don't know how many enemies... We haven't cleared anything in here, because this room doesn't have a teleporter to it. I mean, it does, but it doesn't have a teleporter that we have access to yet. I think this one is just like a pure dead end, but I could be wrong. I didn't remember just how much connectivity that there was in this dungeon to the teleporters. Now that I've been using them like so extensively here, hopefully I'll remember that the next time I am in here. I thought I saw crafting material there, but I don't think I did. Okay. But yeah, it looks like there were only 3 bosses and a leader in the middle room here. Not that many.
No space.
Let's see. Yeah, we don't need the unupgraded Gog's blood. Unenhanced Gog's blood. Okay, we're still in the yellow, so presumably there's someone over here. Wait, are these 2 connected? There's a tunnel here. I didn't realize that these 2 rooms were connected. Wow. I don't know anything about the layout of this dungeon, it turns out. There's like a whole connector here. There are more enemies. That one isn't the last one, since we'd be in the green if that was the last one. Oh my god, I don't think I ever realized that that was there. Wow.
Ooh.
Well, now I know. No, hey, that's another relic! Nothing weird happening here. Everything's normal. What is that thing? Oh, because I can't do it in the chest.
Now this will do.
Lightning crossbow.
There's no room.
I have too much.
Won't fit.
Lightning crossbow is
There's
a
no room.
very... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Game just crashed. Life set. So, Alt F4 isn't working. That's concerning. Okay, close out. Close window isn't working, but Alt Tab is working, so there is that. Control Delete. Let's go. Time to end this here task. I was clicking the buttons in the inventory too fast. Where was I? I was in danger, right? Yeah. I'm in danger. Okay.
Useless.
So,
Ooh.
what was it that...
I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure
Wait,
what
what?
it is. I don't know.
There was a crossbow in here last time, right? That, like... Is this like a ghost crossbow? That... The crossbow was in here, right?
I don't know.
Okay, well, that's fine. So the crossbow existed just long enough to crash my game. And now seems to be gone, and that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and reload. And see if it reappears. Yeah, I got the, like, lightning crossbow or something, or crossbow of lightning. And no, there isn't a staircase in this room. Huh. Good to know. I thought that there would be another one that led to... So all of the teleporting staircases are connected to each other. Like, all of them? I shouldn't need to throw all of them, just the ones that would be interfering with the spacing of it, right? Nope. Nope, that's fine. That's very strange. Because chests are, like, preset before you enter the dungeon. So, it's very unusual to, have that happen. Am I in the right place? No. Go this way. I am in the right place, but I went the wrong way. Let's see. I went out the door that I knew about instead of the way. Wait. Does this not open from the side? Oh! Okay. So this switch over here allows me to open this secret door from this side. Because otherwise I can't. Let's see. I don't see how it could be because I just disarmed the trap and there was... Right? Like, I hadn't identified the other items in there. I also never picked it. I didn't actually pick it up. I put it back in, and then I was dicking around in my inventory to make space for it. If I am recalling my behaviors correctly. So, like, in theory, there would be no way for it to be in my inventory, because even on the previous save file, I didn't put it in my... Odd. That's very unusual. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It might have to do with the code that that was implemented to prevent chests from having more than they can contain. Because I think that... Was it Greyface that did it? I think it was a part of one of the Greyface patches. Was that chests no longer will have more in them than they can actually hold. And I'm wondering how that was coded. Because if it was coded in such a way that the items are still spawning, but they're just not going into the chest at all, instead of being like, well, that's interesting, I can't open this from this side, I have to go around this way. Ah. I didn't trigger the trap. Alright, so we need to go talk to the dude. So I'm going to save it, and we're about to activate double speed in 3, 2, 1. So we should be able to talk to this person, and then we can just teleport out of here. We don't need to do the thing. We're still at double speed, sorry, and now we have stopped. Thanks for defeating the werewolf leader. Please accept the thanks. Okay. So did you actually take the Pearl of Purity? Do I have a quest from you now? Don't think so. Okay. So I believe we can just teleport back to Blackshire. That dungeon is completed. We can save the game under test. What time is it? It's 6 p.m. Can we go in here until 7?
It's closed.
Nope, it's open until 6 p.m. Nice. All right. Well, it doesn't matter. We have a bunch of quests to turn in and stuff like that. So we're going to activate this. That will... Wait, I didn't activate that, but I could teleport here. Maybe I must have done that when I first came in and forgot about it. Okay, so... is that it for Blackshire? I think that's it for Blackshire. So I think I'm actually going to end things here, because otherwise I'm going to be starting up some new stuff. We're just going to end things on a high note. We've cleared out Blackshire. We've done quite a lot of stuff now. We have left in Might and Magic 6 Kriegspire. We have Mire the Damned. And we have Eel-Infested Waters over here. Those are the primary things that we have left. Then we have Paradise Valley and Dragon Sand, Hermit's Isle, all that kind of stuff as well. But these are the big things that are like more like story-oriented stuff. So after that, we can go into like the really crazy endgame stuff, and that'll be pretty fun. So thank you for watching. It has been an absolute pleasure to stream for you today. I hope to see you again in the somewhat near future when I come back to this. I will be back in like a couple weeks, basically. So in a couple weeks, I'll be back and we'll be continuing on with this, and that should be great. So, later, folks.